Welcome back everyone to the Misfits F1 League as we're back here tonight for the second round of Season 1, and we're here tonight at Albert Park for the Australian Grand Prix, which obviously, as we all know, was the season opener in the real life Formula 1 2025 season, but for the Misfits League they've gone for a Bahrain and then a Melbourne for round 2. So we obviously have Bahrain last week, which wasn't it exciting? It was a very exciting race, and yeah, fingers crossed we get a similar one this time. It looks like Clen's managed to put a lap in here, despite being up against it a little bit. We know he had to join halfway through the session, so he's put himself into P5 at the moment, but it is Clen's big rival from the Purple Sector League, Badman, who currently sits on provisional pole here by just 0.2 of a second. We're saying that T has just gone to top leaderboard here with a 1:16.5, so T there putting in a very, very solid lap time indeed there so far. And currently sits 0.3 ahead of Badman as we speak, so T there with an absolute stonker. Currently 10 drivers in this qualifying session. Spoke to John earlier, he was saying that this week just a very, very unfortunate set of circumstances. Basically loads of people couldn't make the race, so unfortunately, although there's the 15 drivers signed up to the league, only 10 of them could make it here tonight. But nonetheless, if you're interested in getting involved in the Misfits F1 League, then well, I don't think the link's actually in the last stream or the last video. I'll try and remember to do that. So if you're watching this and you sat there saying where's the link, come on, what's going on, well, just post a comment down below and I'll make sure that I respond with the link if I do forget to put it in the description. But anyway, closing stages here at the qualifying session. Looks like all the drivers are out there on the track. T's just done a lap, so he won't get to enjoy the benefit of maximum track evolution. We've got John currently out there on a flying lap. And let's see what John's able to do here in the closing stages of this qualifying session here. So John's currently 0.4 down on his personal best through the first sector. I don't think it's going to be improvement unless he made an absolute mare over the second and third sectors on his fast lap here. I don't think he's going to be able to improve on P8 here. We've got Sedders also out there, yet to do a lap, could push John down a position here. T in the pits, we've got K-Karts and Scott both on flying laps here. Scott's first. Oh my goodness me, Scott absolutely waxed the wall there, and that would have definitely hurt his first sector time. Currently 300ths down on his personal best coming through the first sector here. So Scott, he really was pushing the limits there. Did it cost him too much time? We'll have to see. Obviously he would have hit the wall presumably because he kept his foot in, so that would have gained him a little bit, but hitting the wall does tend to lose you time rather than gain it. He has managed to claw back a 10th through the middle sector though, and is currently 0.03 of a second up on his personal best as he comes through into the final part of the lap here. Scott will be the first driver to complete his final run of the session, as here he comes then. Oh, he's wide there. That would have been track limits. Now I don't know if they're running regular or strict track limits in this Misfits League. If it's strict, I reckon he might be in trouble. If it's only regular, he'll probably be alright. Here he comes then, Scott up towards the line. What is it going to be? For the Red Bull driver, he moves up into P5 there ahead of Clen, and he's ahead of K-Karts, so he's made up a couple positions here. We've got K-Karts now coming through the final corner, currently in 7th place at the moment in this qualifying session as he's foot down to the line. What is it going to be for K-Karts? Can't improve. Stays in P7. Clen coming out of the final corner. We've also got another driver just coming over the line there. That's Badman there. He goes back to the top of the leaderboard here. Clen over the line now, and he's absolutely nowhere near his Clen. He's nearly a second adrift of Badman. So Clen nowhere to be seen. Rexy Boy has retired from the session. P4 at best for him it will be. Sedders has just gone up into P2 here, and only a few hundredths of a second off of Badman's fastest time, but Badman there doing a great lap, and Dazza I think just moved into P4 I think right at the end of the session there, so I think has displaced Clen. I think Clen P5 here for this one, so that's not going to be where he wanted it to be, I'm sure, but nonetheless Badman, Sedders, T, Dazza on the front 2 rows here for this one, with Clen and Rexy Boy on row 3. Then you've got Scott ahead of K-Karts with John and LFC James there completing the top 10 drivers, and it is a 10 car field here for tonight's Australian Grand Prix for the Misfits Formula 1 League. If you're watching this qualifying session after the race. Then the race will be uploaded pretty soon. Whilst the race is being uploaded, I'll probably be commentating on the Talk Titans Racing League, so I'll be there during that. But yeah, once it's uploaded, or once I'm finished with that, I'll post the link on the Discord. But yeah, check that out when it's live.